All right, I have something really exciting for you all today, and that is a coffee from China from our friends at Blendin Coffee Club. So this is Weihong, or White Horse, and this is an anaerobic natural Catimor that has flavor notes of raisin, prune, and milk chocolate. This is the first time we are featuring a Yunnan coffee, a Chinese coffee on Secret Stash. And this is coming from China, which is something I would classify as an emerging origin or a new origin of coffee. So in these kind of emerging origins like Asia, I think this is a very fun place to find coffees and present it to you all because it's an interesting benchmark. This is the time to be able to experience coffee getting better year to year from these regions. And these Yunnans are getting a lot stronger. These Catimors are getting a lot better every single year. I think this will be one of the first few times you guys will taste a coffee from China, so I'm very excited to be featuring this Yunnan anaerobic natural Catimor from Blendin Coffee Club. Let's go ahead and begin brewing some. So this is an anaerobic natural, so it's gonna smell crazy when you grind it. It's like perfume. 10-day pre-fermentation in an anaerobic, and then it's dried on raised beds for 14 days. So you get the anaerobic and the natural component. So this might be a little funky for some of you guys, but I thought it would be interesting to just present a coffee like this on Secret Stash compared to many of our other coffees that we've had, which are, you know, definitely more clean, veering towards like cleaner coffees and structured coffees and all of that. Now, so Catimor is a hybrid of Robusta. There actually is a significant amount of bitters because of that caffeine content from Robusta in Catimor. What's been interesting is actually dialing in these types of coffees and learning how to taste them. Is that a lot of Catimors will have this inherent bitterness to it, but sometimes the processing, and in this case, this processing does cover up a lot of it. And when you're brewing, you definitely want to veer towards lower temperatures, things to really round out that potential bitterness that you can taste in the finish. Catimor is also kind of interesting in that it can taste maybe a little unclean, a little maybe like dirt is what we will see people talk about. But good processed Catimors and well dialed in Catimors like this recipe, which I hope you enjoy, won't really exhibit much of that. However, you should still be able to taste what Catimor tastes like. And I think that is kind of what makes tasting coffee from Yunnan and tasting these different origins of coffee very worthwhile for you to experience. So definitely smelling it, you smell an anaerobic natural process. I'm actually a big fan of some of the aromatics you can find from anaerobic natural coffees, but it is something to get used to. So you might write it off as maybe like a little too boozy or a little bit funky, but I think it's fairly fun. Let's give it a taste. This is very, very fun. If you've ever tasted maybe a raisin or like a chocolate covered raisin, there's a lot of very like dark purple fruit acidity that hits you up front. And then it goes into this really nice milk chocolate. However, there's a fair bit of roughness on your tongue and potential bitterness that you'll experience. And really what Catimor kind of tastes like, especially these processed Catimors. And I think this is something that, you know, might be a turnoff for some of you guys, but I really wanted to put a coffee like this out there for you to experience because I think it really expands your perspective of what coffee can taste like. But once this really starts to cool, there is actually a level of expressiveness in terms of purple fruit that I haven't really tasted much in many other coffees. And that's just because of this anaerobic natural process that is really boosting up this acidity. But the recipe I've dialed in is to also try to show you what Catimor can taste like. Yes, I'm trying to highlight this acidity for you to experience, but I did want to keep a little bit of that roughness, that bitterness, the terroir in there so you can see what the producers in China have been doing. You end up with a cup that is 80% things that you probably really enjoy, especially if you are on Secret Stash, these fruity, complex, bright coffees. But 20% of it is to just in there, which is like, here, this is what these guys have been doing, and this is how far they've come. And I really think it is worthwhile to taste this type of coffee. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about this coffee. I really want to put more of these coffees out there. I had an Indonesian coffee on here. You guys enjoyed it. I kind of want to really tap into a lot of different regions because I think this really is fun. This expands your perspective, your palate in coffee. Yeah, that is the White Horse by Ma of Blendin Coffee Club. Hope you guys enjoyed this coffee. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.